Hey, we are back for another episode of More Than an Athlete. I am Joseph Ward, and I have the privilege, always, as I'm gonna say it, to be here with the flyest scientist ever. She
Oh
always
my
shake her head
goodness.
when I say it, but the flyest scientist ever, Dr. Latasia Jones. How you doing today?
Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in again.
Right. So, how have you been? The Christmas holidays have passed. How was your holiday?
Well, Kwanzaa is going on,
Oh,
and I
yes.
am super excited because every year I've been trying to get my family more on board with celebrating Kwanzaa and understanding
Yeah,
more about African American heritage and so on. And this year they're fully invested. So
cool.
this has been the greatest year for us celebrating Kwanzaa. I'm super excited about the next principal, the next day,
Right,
and
right.
to see what they have up their sleeves because I assigned each person a different day. So it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But so how's your holidays? How's everything been?
Well, my family isn't big on overall celebrating the holidays. We just use this time to relax, but we do get together. So we couldn't physically get together, but we did a Zoom on Christmas with my dad and my little brothers. So we got a
Nice.
chance to catch up there. And I do Kwanzaa myself. So
Mhm.
every year I'm all about my Kwanzaa. I make sure I share messages through my historical platform and just doing my thing here at the house. So yeah, I'm with you on that. So, but I'm
Yes,
glad you had a good holiday.
absolutely. You too. And I'm glad that you're able to utilize virtual platforms to keep togetherness within your family. That's big right
Right,
now.
right,
So,
right. I'm glad I'm tech savvy.
right. And it keeps us safe, right? The virus going on,
Yes.
you want to stay in touch with each other, but we don't want to risk each
Yeah.
other's lives
Well, yeah.
and our
See,
health.
both of my parents are like what 64, 65 and up.
Mm,
So yeah, that's a no go for actually being face to face.
right. Completely
Yeah.
understandable.
Right.
Completely understandable.
Right. Well, we got a good one today. Are you
Yes.
ready? You ready for this one? You
I'm not even ready.
ready? So I met this young lady, I want to say between 2009 to and 2011. That's when I met her. I started being able to do classes at Crossroads Academy when I was working at the health department. So Crossroad Academy, shout out to Mr. Forehand, Mr. Kevin Forehand for allowing me to come out and do my classes, my safe sex classes. And I was assigned to the PE class. And one of the teachers of the PE class was Miss Ericka Cromartie. And I do want to give a shout out to Mr. Roy Howard and Mr. Dante Guinea. They were also coaches out there as well. So
Nice.
um, Erica's relationship with the kids is something that caught my attention. And then I remember her from playing basketball at FAMU High here in Tallahassee. So but seeing her as a teacher was different. And so I also found out she was coaching the girls basketball team. And then I learned like the girls basketball team was good. Like they wasn't really losing games at all. They were
Right.
very good. And the boys team was very good too. So come around 2014, 2015, she got the job at FAMU High. And it was interesting because the FAMU High School girls basketball coaching job opened up. And
Mhm.
it was like it was a consensus. Ericka Cromartie. So she got the job and out the gate, first 2 years, state champions.
Nice. Nice. That's a nice way to start, right?
Right, right. So state champions, I think of the her first 4 years, three championships, three Coach of the Year awards.
Nice.
Um, she's helped countless number of girls go to college. She has one player who's made it to the WNBA. Her
Wow.
impact on Crossroads Academy is felt. Her impact on FAMU High is felt. Her impact on the Tallahassee community at large is felt. She's beloved in our community, and all of the love she get is deserved. So I want to welcome the incredible, and don't you forget that word, the incredible
Let's
Miss
go.
Ericka Cromartie. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me. I like the introduction. That was really nice.
Look, you laid a great path. You did
Right.
great things, and I got a chance to witness it. And it's not, a lot of times people get to hear about um, great people doing great things, but I got to witness it. So I'm just grateful for that, because you really did a great job at Crossroads, and you're doing a great job at FAMU High.
Thank you, and thank you for. I always say thank you for even being out there to help us when you started out there too. So you in the story as well.
Hey, I'm happy about that as well.
Yeah.
I love this. Every time we invite someone, I learn more about Joseph as we go. So not only do I get to meet you incredible individuals who are more than athletes, but I'm getting more of the inside scoop when it comes to Ward over there.
I gotta do a better job telling my story. I don't do it often, but you get the snippets.
It happens when you have many pieces. Like we were just talking about your intro, you did all those things. So you basically built your own intro. It wasn't Joseph just reiterated what you did. He said it verbally, but you initiated, you executed, and you created ways. So that's all for you.
Yeah.
All glory be to God. I mean, just for the opportunity to continue to do what I'm doing, even through this pandemic. I mean, just all God, honestly.
Right. So, Latasia, you got the first question.
We're going to dive into that, because I definitely want to hear about the things that you're doing, especially during this virus. But let's start off with learning a little bit about you. For those who don't know you or haven't researched you, I researched you a little bit, and then Joseph gave me some inside background scoop. But for those who have no idea who you are, let us know who you are as an athlete, and what makes you more than an athlete.
Well, I started playing and just being around basketball at a very, very young age. And it kind of propelled me to want to coach it after I finished, my college days were over. And I started off playing YMCA back in the day. And then I started playing at FAMU DRS in middle school. Well, actually, 5th grade, we started playing varsity because the school was K through 12. And then after that, just started playing varsity, getting experience. And then I ended up getting a basketball scholarship to Miles College in Birmingham. Played there for 4 years, received honors there. And then after I graduated, it was either, do you want to go overseas and play, or do you want to come back home? And at that time, personally, I was done with basketball for myself. At that time, I wanted to kind of find another career and just kind of just see the world. So I ended up coming back home, and I went to Florida State University, majoring in sport management. And then after that, I started teaching at Crossroad Academy for about 4 years, and I started coaching the middle school girls team. And Joe, to kind of go back to your story, at first we were not that good.
Okay.
But after a while, you know, we got better. Kids started buying into what we was trying to do. And then towards the end, we got a lot better. And then after that, the job at FAMU High came open. That's the school I attended, of course, and I applied for it. Actually, I went there first to teach. I didn't coach as soon as I got there. And then I started teaching once I got, after like 2-3 years after I got there, the job came open. And I went for it. And we just took off. My first year we won state. My second year we won state. And my third year we won state. It was a three-peat, 16, 17, 18. And I'm sorry, 15, 16, 17. And then 18, 19, and 20, we still made it to the Final Four. So every year I've coached, we've been to the state final. So that's a blessing within itself. And then it's not just the winning. Of course, you want to win, don't get me wrong. But it's not just the winning, it's the impact you have on young girls. You know, I have some that are mothers now, you know, graduates, like you said, WNBA players, just to see them flourish and see how they left the nest, so to speak, is a blessing within itself. And I'm just happy to still be doing what I'm doing. I think my method is still the same, but as you get older, the way you go about doing it is a little different, if that makes any sense. Because I guess you learn more as you go. The kids are learning, and believe it or not, I'm learning as well. So it's a blessing. It's a little tough doing this pandemic, but we're trying to make it do what it do and just taking it one day at a time.
Cool. So I want to kind of go back, because you said something that I don't know how I missed this before. You probably just said it different this time. But you know, whenever you talk to somebody, you pick up something different. But you said you chose to you were done with basketball. You didn't go overseas.
Right.
Why did you make that decision, or how did you come to that decision that you're done with the basketball, you don't want to go overseas, and you want to pursue other things?
Honestly, Joe, and be honest with you, I think, you know, sometimes you can do it too long.
Okay.
I started in what I was probably about 8. So imagine from 8 to graduate, I was like 21 maybe. That's a long time for that to be kind of like your life. And then when I got to college, that was a job. That's how I was able to go to school. So, you know, a lot of things changed. And by that time, I just kind of, I felt playing wise, it took me as far as I was going to go. But right now, basketball is still is still providing for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think the blessing was still there. It was just shifted in how I used it.
Okay.
So then, in reference to that transition, was it smooth for you, or were you just like, you just picked up easily and was like, okay, I was on the court, but now I'm doing this other thing over here? Was it easy?
I took a break. I took a break from coaching, I think, because when I came back to Tallahassee, I think I was just in school. So it was just like, let's kind of find your way. And then my a coach from FAMU High, Coach Hicks, he was coaching at Leon, and he asked me to come help him out. And I appreciate him for that, because he didn't require that much of me, if that make any sense. He just wanted me to be kind of a part of it to see. And I think that time just showed me either you're going to do this or you're not.
Right.
And I think that's what kind of took me over the edge to say, this is what I want to do.
Okay. That's nice. It provides like that shadow type feel, where you're shadowing what your future could be without having to like sign up for courses and pay tuition and so on. You're literally in it. So you can see whether or not it's for you right then and there. That's nice. I think that's the best experience, the best learning.
Right.
That's it, because you can jump off the porch too fast.
Right. Okay, so I got another off the beaten path question.
Okay.
So within your transition, I'm interested in like your mentality, because you're coming from, like you say, playing basketball from the age of 8 to like 21, 22, and you don't want to play anymore, but you're used to seeing yourself as a basketball player. So mentally, was it difficult to start to see yourself as more than an athlete, or was that like an easy transition for you?
That's a good question. Honestly, I just felt like next chapter, you know, let's see what's next. But I'm happy you brought that up, because that is hard for some athletes, because it's like, I'm so used to the glory. I'm so used to the fame. I'm so used to the attention. So when you don't have that, it's like, what do you have next? So that's why I try to tell my girls, like, yeah, I want you to work hard. I want you to do what I asked you to do. But at the end of the day, if this does not work, you got to be somebody besides just a basketball player.
Right.
And and I was just telling my sister that, you know, with this pandemic, a lot of people are not strong enough to, you know, to kind of like get through it. You got artists and stars that's not used to not being on the scene. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not comfortable within yourself, regardless of what you do, you'll be in some trouble.
Right.
That is very true. Very true. So I guess for anybody and everybody that's out there, because you're essentially talking to me about finding yourself beyond the sport, right? So for anybody and everybody that's out there, because you could be doing this in many different realms. You just brought up artists and so on during this pandemic, you know, and how some of them are suffering through those things. What advice would you give those individuals who are trying to find themselves past what they're used to, the norm in their life, whether it's being an athlete or whatever else their background is? What wisdom could you, provide based on your own experience?
I think more so I was grounded with people that knew me as just Ericka. To them, I was not, this basketball player. Even now, like, very few people call me coach. Like, sometimes I don't even like to be called coach outside of the court. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it might be just a thing with me, but you got to know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Not just what you can bring. Even if you never hit another football, caught another football, you still have to be comfortable within yourself. And I always believe that, if that venue changed, God got something else for you. He's not going to just say, oh, that's all you are. It's a lot of facets to people. So you got to understand that, it's just not one way to channel your energy or to get things done, honestly.
Right.
I think it starts within yourself, though. It starts within yourself.
Absolutely. And I think that's amazing and perfect timing. We were just talking about Kwanzaa, and Nia, one of the principles of Kwanzaa is purpose. And I think if anybody is listening and had any difficulties with that particular principle, please listen to the wisdom that we just took from Ericka right now. Like that is something big that even though some part of your journey has halted or stopped for a second, that may not be it for you. Just be patient. Be patient and keep your grind going, because look at you now. You're like doing all these other multiple things in your community. What if you would have said, nope, I'm just an athlete?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Been blocking your blessing. I talk to my nephew from time to time. He's, still trying to pursue football. And I told him, I said, that's all well and good. But and I'm with you 100%. I'm going to support you. If I got to do anything, I will. But if that does not work, that can't be all of you. You have to have something else.
Right. So, see, this conversation good. So the question just popping up in my head because it makes me think about self-esteem.
Okay.
So as a woman,